Hey, Mark from WeBlocks here, and in this episode I would like to talk about if statement. So in the last episode we created a form with a calculation which is changing on every input change. And right now I would like to add to the form if statement. I created a very simple form with one input, and I would like to say that if number is more than 5, I would like to change something here. So right now it works this way. If I'm setting up 1, it's just transforming this data here. And I would like to say that if the data is more than 5, then I would like to change something. For example, let's add set CSS background green to the tag body. So the page will become green, but I want to do it only if, and if statement we can find in the logic section, and I can take the if statement, and it's super important to put the if statement into this do area, because if I would put it outside of it, it would be triggered only once on page load, and only if it's inside of this, it's triggered every time when the input is changing. And right now I can put this set CSS inside of the if, so this CSS set CSS is done only when the if statement is true. Right now let's create the if statement. I will use the number 1, and I want to say that if number 1 is less than, I will use number element. If it's less than 5, let's make background green. If number 1 is more or equal to 5, let's make background blue. Okay, let's refresh. 5, it's blue. 4, it's green. Okay, it works perfectly. So this is the if statement and how it works. And so the if statement, it's very important. The first thing, if statement always need to be inside of the trigger, not out of the trigger, because then it will not be checked, because it will be checked only once when the page is loaded, and we want to trigger it every time when something's happening. If you want to use on-click trigger because you want to check the if statement every time when you click on something, it's okay, you need to put it inside of it. If you want to use an on-input trigger, you need to put it inside of the on-input trigger. That's the first thing. The next thing is the statement, which we have here, and these blocks which are inside of the if statement will be done only when this statement is true. So if the number 1 is less than 5, then it will do this. If it's not, then it will do nothing. So if it will be like nothing happens. Okay, so I hope you like this video. If you do, please consider subscribing this channel to be notified about the new videos, and see you soon in the next episode.